All right, so at this point, you should be able to get into OnShape. Today, I'm going to go over some basics in 2D in the OnShape program. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new document. We're going to do 2D shapes for this one. We're only going to focus on creating 2D shapes in OnShape, which then we'll be able to turn into 3D shapes later on in later videos. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the front one here. You have three axes. You have the top, right, and front. I'm just going to use the front since it's looking right at us. If you look at our view cube, the front's facing us. Just kind of makes sense to me to use that front view. So as I select front, if I right click, I can hit new sketch. The other thing you can do is go to sketch up here, both options. Notice my sketch has formed on that front because I had it selected. I don't want to see this the 3D planes anymore, so I'm going to get rid of those. The way I do that is over here where it's right, front, top, I can actually hide those. So if I click hide right, you'll see that my right disappears. Top will disappear. My front, I know I'm on my front right here because you can see the outline of sketch 1. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that too. Okay, I'm going to leave the origin just so you can see what we're dealing with. Notice I'm in sketch 1 here, so I'm going to change my view to just be flat since we're doing 2D sketching. The way I can do that is by clicking on the front of my cube. Notice now it's just like as if I was 2D sketching on a piece of paper. Okay. If I want to go back to my 3D view, I can always click on the corner here, and notice how it's like kind of off-centered here, angled. That's because now you can see how that front is with the view cube. All right, so I'm just going to go back to front, and I'm going to show you your basic tools here. The first tool is the line tool. It's very simply just click line. The line tool, when you click once, I can drag out. I can make additional lines. Once I click, notice I can click again. Let's say I want to make a triangle. I'll just click a third time. When I complete my image, notice it shades in, saying that that's actually a closed object now. And now when I move my mouse, it's not trying to draw lines anymore. Okay, so if I didn't close it, so let's say I just try to make a triangle this way, and then I click here and I just miss, notice that it's obvious that I didn't close it, but it's still trying to draw a line, so I didn't close that shape. Click again. Notice it shades in. That shape is now complete. So that's really what the line tool is all about. If I click it again, it's no longer selected. The other way I can unselect it is by hitting the escape button. Okay. Other shapes that you can do are rectangles. So here's a corner rectangle right now. You can change from center point to corner. I'll show you the difference real quick. Corner, if I click, it's going to be the corner of my rectangle. I'll drag over and click again. So that's a corner rectangle. If you prefer to do it from the center point, if I click here, notice as I drag away, it's making a rectangle out from that center point. I always like using the corner rectangle one. It just seems easier for me to use. Okay. The other shape that you can make are circles. So when I click on circle, here I drag out, it's from the center point. Click again, it closes my circle. Your other circles are a 3-point circle, which I'm not really going to go over. I think center point makes most sense. Or you can do an ellipse. That's like an elongated circle. Okay, so those are the three main shapes that you're going to work with. I'm going to go, if there's something that you don't want, you can delete it. So if I have nothing selected, I hit escape. If I click and drag, I can highlight these shapes, and I can actually right click and delete them. Or clear selection. Ooh, that didn't work. Oh, here we go. Delete 8 sketch entities. Sorry about that. Drag, and I can right click delete again. And that deletes all my sketches. So you can do it that way. Another thing you can do with shapes is you can combine them. So here's my rectangle. Click, click again. I can make it look like a house with my line tool. And now one of the things I can actually do is use this tool that's called trim. And I can trim out those other lines. Now I just have that house shape. So what you are going to be working on is making sure that you're able to create 2D shapes using these different tools. The ones that you should focus on are the line tools, circle tools, rectangle tools. Play around with it, kind of see what you can do here. As you add shapes, remove them, you can kind of see how those shapes can interact with one another. And then that's going to be the building blocks for when you are doing 3D modeling.